ladies, when you do this one thing, you make yourself incredibly undesirable for most men. And it's this: when you complain. So, I mean, what I'm not saying is that you can't ever have any problems, that if you express concern, if you expect challenges, that you're just automatically going to be completely removed from the dating market or anything like that. But what I am saying is that far too often it's become popular and it's actually celebrated for women to go online and openly express their disdain for men. And then in the same sentence, after they have bashed men, say, oh, I'm single available, I'm looking for a guy that wants this, I'm looking for a guy for these qualities. And what they don't understand is that while these women are going out there bashing the men that they've been with, other men are looking at them and saying, well, what's wrong with her? Why is she so disagreeable? Or why is she choosing these kinds of men that are giving her this kind of pain? And so what we think what we're doing as women is, we're just going and expressing our, opinion. We're trying to find emotional comfort, maybe from other women, maybe from other people who've gone through bad relationships. But what we're not recognizing is that men are looking at you, they're standing outdoors and they're looking at you and they're thinking, this woman, she's off limits. Because if she has all this baggage, if she has all this drama, if she has all these situations, what's wrong with her? Or why is she chosen bad? Or why is she unable to get along with men? This is what they're thinking. And so I think it's incredibly damaging for there to be a culture now where it is so popular for women to go online. And I'm not talking about just talking about challenges, having constructive conversations. Constructive conversations are good. There do need to be places where you talk about how do we work through different issues, or how do we work through different relational challenges, communication barriers, healthy boundaries. Like, those kinds of conversations are helpful. But I'm not talking about that. What I'm talking about is going online and bashing men and openly saying guys are dusty or dudes are just, bullet bags, or they are, just all the kind of different stuff that we hear to demean men. And that is what, men are looking at. And they're like, well, if you're saying that about men that you've dated, then why would I want to sign up to date you? More importantly, let's say if you're a black woman and you want to divest, or if you're a woman in general and you want to divest, if you are looking at the men in your community and saying, you guys are all bad, you guys are all evil, therefore I'm going to divest and date men outside of my community or race, men who are outside of your community are thinking, if that woman cannot get along with men in her own community, how is she going to be able to get along with me who's outside of her community? Because here's the thing, men talk. Men actually talk and communicate. It's not how us females communicate. They have their own process, they have their own ways, but they generally have a way of, knowing or getting a message across of like, hey, she's wife material, she's somebody worth pursuing, or she's for the streets. Like, they know how to do this. So again, if you have a reputation for being so hard to deal with to the point to where you can't get along with anybody inside of your community, most men are going to be like, oh, sign me up. Yay. She can't get along with women in her own community. I'll take her on in my community where she doesn't know about the coach. She doesn't understand the culture as much. She doesn't understand the way we operate. Like, it doesn't make any sense. So that's what I'm saying is, it is healthy, I think, for us women to have spaces where we can hash out real issues and challenges and try to be constructive. It is not helpful when we create a culture that we bash men, because not only does that make us look undesirable to men that we may want, it doesn't lead anywhere. We just end up creating our own echo chambers. And I see more and more of that being normal. I see more and more of that being celebrated, even encouraged. And I don't think it is helpful. I think if you want to have real healthy, constructive conversations and you want to change, then you have to do that. But what we can't do is hate on men, bash on men, and then in the same sentence say, but I still want a man to take care of me, or I still want a good man. Because those things are opposed. Those things work against one another. And like I said, if you come off with that vibe of like you don't respect men, then the kind of men that you actually want probably isn't going to come looking for you, because he's thinking she's off limits. So, but those are just my thoughts. What do you think? Do you agree? Do you disagree? Let me know. Leave your questions, comments, concerns in the comment section below. Thank you so much for listening if you've gotten this far, and we will talk later. Bye.